The agenda of those who have funded the campaigns to get at least the 3 of the Trump justices put on the court itself, and the agenda of those who have largely.
In recent conversations surrounding the U.S. judiciary, especially the Supreme Court, examination plays heightened over the role of campaigns subsidizing and molding judicial appointments. Allegations have surfaced proposing that financial backers of political campaigns meant to impact the choice of judges, especially those nominated under the Trump Organization. This scrutiny stretches out mere political influence, bringing up issues about the freedom and fair-mindedness of the judiciary.
Then Joe Biden and Donald Trump are preparing to go head-to-head in the first presidential debate this week. Will it be a lively intellectual meeting of the minds or a lackluster gaffe-ridden snooze fest of 2 old men exchanging insults?
Former Vice President Trump and the current Vice President are getting ready for a head-to-head debate, allowing Americans an opportunity to pursue their decision. Their previous meeting pulled in around 70 million viewers, comparing its importance to the Super Bowl. This discussion has been portrayed as a blend of testy, grumpy old men and Rocky Balboa, with numerous investigators expecting President Trump to come out strong.
And of course, all the pundits are saying that President Trump will go after the man's mental ability.
In light of Joe Biden's endless string of gaffes, the president's preparation is being closely scrutinized by his own party as well as the opposition. Joe Biden has already touched down at Camp David.
There's anticipation and scrutiny encompassing the impending discussion between President Trump and Joe Biden. Trump is probably going to focus on criticizing Biden's mental sharpness, referring to past verbal mistakes. Both Trump's preparation and Biden's unexpected appearance at Camp David definitely stand out, and criticism from different quarters, including inside their own gatherings and among observers. This examination highlights the high stakes and strategic maneuvering ahead of the debates, where each side means to particularly inside minority networks. During a call to a campaign occasion at a Black-owned barbershop in Atlanta, Trump declared that his conviction has really reinforced his allure. He asserted that help among Black and Hispanic communities has flooded fundamentally since the judicial actions. Trump underscored that this newly discovered support is exceptional, proposing a change in these segment gatherings' viewpoints. Another CBS poll appears to reflect this opinion, showing a striking expansion in help from these networks. In any case, regardless of this lift, the general position of most Democratic voters stays unaltered, showing that the conviction has not influenced their perspective. This improvement features the mind-boggling and changed reactions to Trump's legitimate issues, showing how various portions of the populace see and respond to political and legal controversy.
For race, among them abortion and reproductive rights, and whether former President Trump is immune from criminal prosecution for his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Let's bring in NBC's senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett. Let's start right there with this Trump immunity case. This really dictates whether or not his trial goes forward.
The Supreme Court is ready to deliver decisions on significant issues that stand out enough to be noticed. The court will say something regarding whether previous President Trump appreciates resistance from indictment over his activities to overturn the 2020 election results. These decisions have significant ramifications, particularly for Trump's legitimate standing and potential preliminaries connected with the occasions of January 6th. Laura Jarrett, a legal analyst, will offer her expert analysis on the cases currently before the court. Her bits of knowledge are expected to reveal insight into how these choices might shape future legal difficulties and political talk encompassing these profoundly polarizing issues in the U.S. The outcomes today could set precedents that impact the balance of power between the branches of government and the scope of individual rights and accountability in American democracy.
On performance-enhancing drugs.
And even about Hillary Clinton in 2016.
We should take
a drug test.
Trump has a history of making unwarranted claims about his political opponents, for example, proposing they use execution upgrading drugs. He used this strategy against Biden in 2020 and Clinton in 2016, calling for drug tests. This procedure appears to be pointed toward bringing down assumptions for his adversaries' exhibitions by suggesting that any achievement they accomplish could be credited to out-of-line benefits as opposed to their own capacities. It's a precautionary move to subvert their believability and accomplishments in the eyes of his supporters.
We're going to shut you down. I'm going to shut down MSNBC, which is MSDNC. I am going to make sure that you don't exist. Those are statements that Trump makes, which I guess if you make those statements.
Trump has frequently employed aggressive rhetoric towards the media, including explanations like, "We will close you down," explicitly focusing on networks like MSNBC, which he disparagingly alludes to as MSDNC. These comments propose a craving for quietness or threaten basic voices. In any case, regardless of these strong declarations, there has been no unmistakable proof that his organization found substantial ways to do these dangers. The fierce position towards the press, combined with such manner of speaking, demonstrates a threatening mentality towards media examination and criticism. In any case, in legal contests where the ramifications of such language are examined, there hasn't been confirmation of real endeavors to close down media outlets. This divergence features the gap between verbal hostility and viable activity inside the organization's cooperations with the press. The concern lies in the potential chilling impact such rhetoric might have on press freedom and public talk, despite lacking substantive follow-through. In important discussions like those including Jeb Hedge, the elements were formed by intra-party rivalry, yet the pressure to convey a convincing presentation remains similarly overwhelming. Both teams have undoubtedly invested significant effort in debate preparation, refining strategies, and expecting their rivals' moves. As the applicants plan to make that big appearance, the spotlight features their strategy distinctions, as well as highlights the individual and political stakes involved in this electoral face-off.
There's a huge record of evidence brought forth by the plaintiffs in this case showing that the Biden administration's jawboning of Facebook bordered on a bit aggressive. But as Justice Brett Kavanaugh, a former executive official in the Bush administration, said in oral argument,
the discussion revolves around the contrasting strategies expected from Donald Trump and Joe Biden in their upcoming debate. Trump is anticipated to adopt a confrontational approach, likely using aggressive language and insults. In contrast, Biden's strategy seems focused on projecting strength and composure, emphasizing the importance of how he presents himself during the debate rather than merely what he says. The analysis suggests Biden's aim is to navigate the debate with poise, potentially avoiding getting overly drawn into contentious exchanges or getting in the mud while still addressing critical issues effectively. This strategic approach reflects a balance between engaging with Trump's anticipated tactics and maintaining a presidential demeanor throughout the debate. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell icon so you always stay updated about developments in upcoming elections. See you in the next one.